Welcome to a Sova attacking lineup tutorial. In this video, we're going to explore the bind map. Now the reason why we're splitting this up into an attacking video and a defending video is because there are too many lineups to do in one video and it just becomes information overload. In this video, we're going to focus on the Recon darts that you can do as an attacker on bind. So first things first, let's attack B long. We're going to go into the fountain area because there's so many amazing lineups that we can use this fountain for. The first lineup is going to be from the fountain all the way into the back of B site in the tunnel. So let's get started. So now if we're attacking, we approach the fountain, we're going to go right in this corner. We're going to be right in the middle of these two star spikes, and we're going to just hit the right arrow once. Then we're going to open up our arrow and line up with the bottom of this metal panel. We're going to give it one bounce, full charge, and it's going to show us the back of B site. Let's do it one more time. This arrow is perfect for knowing who's in the back of B site, so your fellow attackers from Hookah will know what to expect. Our second arrow will use the exact same positioning as our first arrow. The only difference is we're going to hold it for 2 bars instead of the full 3 bars. This will show us exactly who's in garden as well as TP and a little bit of B side as well. So we're going to walk up to the same spot on the fountain. We're going to be right between these two star spikes, again a little bit to the right. And we're going to aim at the exact same position, right next to the bottom corner of this panel. But this time, we're going to use 2 bar and 1 bounce. And this arrow will show us garden, as well as TP, and a little bit of sight. Our third arrow is also used in the fountain. This time though, we're going to line up differently. Instead of going to these 2 star spikes here, we're going to go to these 2 star spikes here, and we're going to be right in the middle. And we're going to aim at the bottom corner of this billboard. We're going to go 1 bounce, max charge, and it's going to show us garden. So again, 1 bar, max charge. This arrow gives us better sight of TP as well as garden, and it's harder to hit because it's in the air. The arrow down here was a little bit easier to hit. So our 4th arrow comes from Average Jonas' video, so I highly recommend you guys check that out. And it's what he calls the God arrow. The reason why he calls it the God arrow is because it shows you the majority of B site as well as Hookah, so your teammates know exactly what to expect. For this arrow, we're going to back ourselves up against this wall, and then move to the right until these boxes are in the middle with our crosshair. Then we're going to take our left mouse click indicator box and line it up with this white spot on the pipe. And then we're going to hold it for 3 bars. This arrow takes a long time to descend, so that's the only caveat. When it does descend, it'll show you a lot of B site. So this arrow will show you right here, as well as a little bit of Hookah and the back side, so you know exactly what you're in for when you get on it. So our 5th and final arrow near the fountain is trying to get it into Hookah. Alright, to get it into Hookah, it's pretty simple. We're going to line up on the left side of these cacti, and then we're going to keep going left until the windmill pole lines up with this corner of the wall. Then we're going to take our left diamond and put it over top of the windmill. We're going to hit it for 2 bounce and 1 bar. This arrow is perfect for getting you intel in Hookah. The only thing it doesn't see in Hookah is what's behind this box. That's the only caveat with this arrow. Alright, now that we've gone over B long arrows, let's go into market arrows. Since we ended off with Hookah, let's start with Hookah for the market. To get our dart into Hookah, all we're going to do is line up against this corner. Then we're going to take the left mouse click indicator box and line up the top of the diamond with the top of this tall antenna. 1 bar, 1 bounce, and it'll go straight into Hookah. This dart is almost the exact same as the previous dart. It'll show you the same coverage, so it still won't see behind the box, but you get some pretty good intel. For our next arrow, we're going to see exactly what's hiding in the elbow of B site. So for this, we're going to back up against the exact same corner. We're going to align our right diamond to the same tall antenna, and then we're going to go 2 bounce, 1 bar. And this shows us exactly what's happening in the back of B site. And this is going to give us some awesome intel as to who's there, especially if you have teammates who are going to attack through B long. Now, as you guys have noticed, all 3 market arrows are going to be in the exact same position. Now let's see how we can get info on B site from that same position in market. Alright, so for this arrow, we're going to go in the exact same position as the other 2. We're going to back ourselves up against this corner. Then we're going to take our right diamond and put it in the corner of this doorway to Hookah. Then we're going to hold it for 1 bar. And that's it. And this is going to go over the corner and land right there. This will give us really good information on who's on B site. So we did a lot of arrows on B site, but what about A site? So let's get started on that right now. Our first arrow on A site is also from Average Jonas' video, so I highly recommend you guys check that out. And that's also what he calls the God arrow. And that's pretty simple to do. So all we're going to do is back ourselves up against this corner right here. Then we're going to take our right diamond and touch it to this leaf. Then we're going to see the bottom right corner of our charge bar, and we're going to align it with the bottom of the leaf on the right. And we're going to hold it for 1 bar, no bounce. and that's going to land on this light panel right here, and it's going to show us the majority of A site, including areas right there and right here. This arrow is actually pretty good. So what if we want to use it when rotating from B site onto A site? Well, don't worry, I got you covered there. Okay, so for this arrow, we're going to back ourselves up against this wall. Then we're going to keep moving right until our crosshair is lined up with this black bar. And then we're going to hold it for max charge, no bounce, and it's going to land on the same exact light panel, giving you the same coverage. Alright, so what if we want to see what's going on heaven on A site? Well, I got you covered. For this arrow, we're going to line up against this barrel right here. We're going to jump on it and back ourselves up. Then we're going to touch the tip of our right diamond with the tip of this leaf. 1 bar, no bounce, and that shows you exactly what's happening on heaven. So that way if you have people pushing in from showers, you know exactly who to expect hiding on heaven. Okay guys, so at this point you're probably wondering, how do I see the back of A site from A short? Well, that's pretty simple. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. So we're going to back ourselves up into the same positioning as the God arrow. We're going to take the second line from our charge bar and line it up with this wooden beam sticking out. Then we're going to hold it for 1 bar, no bounce. And that's going to show us exactly what's happening on the back of A site. Now, if you wanted it to stick to the wall, you can do the exact same thing, but this time add a secondary bounce. And your arrow will stick to the wall, making it a little bit harder to hit. This arrow is really good for showing who's rotating in from B site. The one location we haven't looked at on A site is showers. If we have people rotating in from showers, who's watching that area? I know that's a very common spot for people to camp with a judge, so we want to make sure we clear that as well. Alright, so for this we're going to jump back on the barrel, and we're going to take the bottom of our right diamond and line it up with the top of this leaf. So the point to point right here, super simple. And we're going to hold it for 1 bar, no bounce. And this will show us exactly what's happening near showers, so that way we know exactly what to expect when we walk out. The good thing about this arrow is it's going to land behind whoever's watching showers, so they'll have to turn around and shoot it, giving you time to push and attack them. So this arrow is very versatile, not only for showing you who's there, but also distracting them while you get an easy kill. So now at this point, you guys are probably wondering, what about showers? How do I dart from showers? Well, we're going to show you guys a couple of arrows to get the same A positioning as we did before, but this time from near the shower area. So for the first one, we're going to line ourselves up against these 2 boxes right here, and we're going to aim for this little tiny speck of green that's sticking out from one of these plants, and we're going to go 1 bar, no bounce, and that's going to show us exactly who's waiting near showers. This arrow is super useful because no one expects this arrow, but them shooting it out is not a big concern because then we know someone's there. Alright, so now you guys are probably wondering, okay, what if I'm in showers? How do I see the back of A site? Well, I got you covered. That arrow is actually pretty simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're going to back ourselves up against this corner. You don't have to be exactly in the middle, but you should be approximately in the middle. Then we're going to take our first charge bar line, and we're going to line it up with this edge right here. Then we're going to hold it for 1 bar, no bounce. This arrow is perfect if you're waiting for your enemies to rotate, so once you've planted the bomb, just shoot this arrow in the back of A site, and you'll know exactly who's there. Okay, let's say you planted default, and you want to see who's going to try to defuse it, so you can wallbang them. Yeah, that's right, you can wallbang from showers with a phantom. Alright, so for this arrow, we're going to go to the same corner, but this time we're going to go a little bit to the left. Then we're going to take our bottom left diamond, and we're going to line it up with the bottom left corner of the star spike, and we're just going to tap it. This is going to show us exactly who's defusing the bomb at default, and then we can wallbang them through this wall. This arrow is super advantageous, especially if you're waiting for someone to try and defuse, and you don't have to get out of showers, so that way you're protected and they're not. Alrighty guys, and our last 2 lineups of this video are going to be from the same exact position. We're going to be behind showers in the corner of TP, and we're going to show exactly who's waiting for us on A site, as well as who's waiting for us in A heaven. So let's go into the corner right here. We're going to back ourselves up. Then all we're going to do is line up the right line in our charge bar with this leaf and the building. And we're going to hold it up for 1 bar, no bounce. And this is going to show us exactly who's waiting for us in the back of A site. Super simple. And for our second lineup, all we have to do is move from the right line to the left line in our charge bar in the exact same position, above the leaf, next to the building, and we're going to hold it for 1 bar, no bounce, and that'll show us exactly who's waiting for us, heaven. Super simple. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys found this video useful. These lineups took me a long time to discover, and I found them super useful, and I really enjoyed making this video, and I love using these arrows on bind. Trust me guys, nothing is better than being a Sova main who knows his lineups and can reveal every enemy. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys smash that like button, it helps out so much, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos like this. If you guys do have a suggestion for a next video or any questions, make sure you guys comment down below. If you guys want to get a hold of me directly or join an awesome community full of wonderful individuals, join our Discord server. Link again is in the description below. We're building an amazing community for people who love playing Fortnite, Valorant, and a whole bunch of other games. And lastly guys, if you didn't know, I stream on Twitch every Wednesdays and Sundays, and I'd love to see you guys stop by. It's an amazing time, and we just have a lot of fun. We play Valorant, maybe sometimes some other games, but mostly Valorant, so I'd love to see you guys there. Thank you guys again for tuning into this video. I really hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.